Welcome back. In this video, we will see how to make this universal coupling in SolidWorks, and the drawing details are given here. And using this, we'll make an assembly in SolidWorks. So we'll go to new part, create first one sketch. First, I'm going to create on the front plane. First, I'm going to create this part, this center part that is 16 thickness. So first, I'm going to make a center point rectangle. Its width is 16 and its height is 57. I'll exit the sketch and I'm going to use the extrude. And I will use the mid plane. And the total distance is 84 and I'll exit from this, and I'm going to choose this plane and I'm going to create a new sketch again. I'll make this profile and I'm going to extrude it at a distance of 84 minus 56 by 2, that is 14 So first I'm going to create a small circle. Small circle is of diameter 16 and outer circle, that is the arc, is of radius 20. I'll make the full circle itself. Later I'm going to trim it. It is 16 in dia and this one is 40 because radius itself is 20 and the distance from this end to this circle center is given as 18 and I'll make sure that these two are horizontal. Yeah, and now it is fully defined. I'll add the other line, that is this line, and again this, and now I'll use the trim option. I'll make sure that these two are tangent. Similarly here also. And I'll add the dimension for this one. It has been deleted. This one is of radius 20. Yeah. And now it is fully defined. We'll exit the sketch and we'll extrude it. I'll extrude it in the opposite direction through a distance of 84 minus 56 by 2. This R2, so it is, we are dividing by 2, so it will be a 14 So it will be 14, and I'm going to mirror this on the other side now itself. So I'm going to choose choose this extrude, and I'm going to use the mirror option, and I'm going to expand this tree and I'm going to choose the proper plane about which I need to mirror it. And now I'll choose this plane and I'm going to create a new sketch. First, I'm going to create only this outer circle which is of diameter 57 and extrude it at a distance of 38 mm. And later, I'm going to use the 30 mm to cut the through hole, because again if I make this 30 mm and cut it, it will not be there properly, only till this surface will be there. Again I need to draw the profile, so we'll just do only the 57 diameter circle and then extrude it, and later we'll cut it. So this is 57 fully defined, and exit the sketch, and I'll extrude it at a distance of 38. And now I'm going to select this plane and going to create a sketch to create a through hole. So I'm going to draw a circle which is of diameter. Now the diameter is 30, and I'll exit the sketch. And now I am going to use the option extrude cut. I'm going to cut through all. You can see through all now. And now I'm going to provide a keyway hole which is of 8 into 3.5. So I'm going to choose this plane and I'm going to create a new sketch again. I'm going to use the line tool itself. And I'll add the dimensions for this one now. This one is 8 mm. Is 8. The height is 3.5. But I need to make sure that these two are equal. So it is 4. So this height will be the radius of the circle plus 3.5. So radius of the inner circle is 15, since the diameter is 30. So 15 plus 3.5, that is 18.5. Okay, and now it is fully defined. And other thing we have left with, it is not a closed profile, so we need to project this circle. So I'm going to use the convert entities. Yeah, and now it's projected, and now I'll trim this excess one, and the profile is closed profile, and I will go and exit the sketching mode, and I'm going to use the extrude cut again, but here also I'm going to use through all. And now you can see the keyway has been made, and we are done with the hook. Next one we'll go with the center. We will save this part. I'm going to save this part as hook. Remember to give the part name properly while saving, because the same name will be appearing in the bill of materials. And now we'll add the material to it. We'll go to material here and edit material. It is given for this one, it is given as cast steel. So we'll search. Yeah. And yeah, we'll use this one itself because they are not specified exactly which one. And now we'll close this one and we'll create a new part again. And now we'll be going to make the center, that is the second part. So first I'm going to create a sketch, select the plane, and I'm going to make one circle. The diameter is outer diameter is given by 32 and the inner is 16. And now I'm going to make only the outer one. So diameter is 32. I'm going to exit from the sketch. Features extrude. I'm going to use the mid plane. I'm going to extrude it at a distance of 56. And I'm going to choose this right plane and I'm going to create a sketch. And now also I'm going to make another circle of same dia. It is also of same dia, that is 32. So I'll exit the sketch, extrude it. I'm going to extrude from there at a distance of 56. Here also I should get the mid plane and 56, yes. And now I'm going to create another sketch to make a through hole. Now the inner diameter I'm going to specify it as 16. I want as 16 in the drawing and exit the sketch and extrude it. Sorry, extrude cut through all. Similarly for this face also. I can see. And it is made up of CI, that is cast iron. So I'm going to change the material. So I'll search for cast iron and we'll choose this one. And now we are going to save this part as the center. And now we'll be making the shaft. And the shaft diameter is 30. The length can be anything because just for the presentation we are going to give the shaft. And there is a chamfer over here and it should be a little longer than what you call 38 plus 16 mm. So this they have made a chamfer and here the length of the keyway they are specified. Okay, so the shaft diameter is 36. Sorry, the shaft diameter is 30. So I'm going to extrude it at a distance of say 90 mm. So I'm going to create a chamfer. So here I'm going to make chamfer is of 2 into 45 degree. Okay, and then click on OK. I'll select this face and create a sketch again. Similar way how I've created the keyway hole in the fork. Here also the same way I need to create. I'm going to use the line tool and the distance from this to this top they are given, that is 26. So the diameter is 30, so half of it will be 15, so 15, so 26 minus 15 will be the distance, that is 11 from this center to this bottom line. So okay, this height you can leave it as it is because it should be a close profile. You can make that one as a circle also, but you can leave it as it is because it is not going to affect any of the thing. I'm going to make that one as vertical and it is fully defined, and I'm going to exit the sketch, and from here I'm going to use the extrude cut. The keyway length is 60 from this end, so it is 60. Yeah, and you can see the keyway hole has been made. And I'm going to add the material to it. And the shaft material is given as Fe410W. And that is, since this is a custom material not available in the default SolidWorks material library, you need to create your own. In the previous videos, I've shown how to create the custom material. And I'm going to save this one as shaft. And now we are going to create a key that is also made of same material, and it's very easy. I'm going to make a rectangle of 8 into 7 and I'm going to extrude it. It is very simple. Now I'll extrude it. The length is 56 and the material same as Fe410W, that is it is of made of shaft material only. And now we'll make this collar is very easy. So we need to make a circle of outer diameter 25 and inner diameter 16, and center there is a 3 through hole. So we'll go to sketch. Outer is 25, inner is 16. So outer is 25. I'm going to extrude it at a distance of 10 mm. They mentioned it as 3 mm. Actually, since the taper pin goes inside, the one end should have the different diameter, other end as should has the other diameter. They are not specified that it is a taper hole over here, so I'm going to just make a 3 through hole. it is 5, and I'm going to make sure that these two are vertical. And now it is fully constrained and will exit from the sketch. Make a extrude cut and we'll go with the mid plane and we'll cut through all and add the material to it. The collar is made of Fe410W again. Search, apply, close, and we're going to save this one as column. And now I'm going to make the spin. So I'm going to use the revolve option over here. First, I'll make the random profile, that is without using any dimensions. Now I'll add the dimensions. Since we are going to use the revolve, so I'm going to draw only the half. So this diameter is 25, since half of it, so it will be 25 by 2. And this height is 9 and this diameter is 16. 16 half is 8. And from this to this height they are given as 96. Now we'll use the revolve option. I have chosen this as the axis line and I'm going to rotate it at a 360-degree. And now I'm going to choose front plane or right plane. Anyone is fine because it's a circular profile. And I'm going to create a sketch and I'm going to make a hole for the taper pin to go here. And here also they have not specified it as a taper hole. Actually, it should be a taper hole, but they have not specified in the drawing. So we'll make it just as a simple 3 mm through hole because the taper pin has the different diameters at both the ends, and the center should and the height of this 3 mm hole should is at 89 mm from this base. So I'm going to provide 89 from here till here. And I'm going to make sure that these 2 points are vertical. And now it is fully defined. I'll exit the sketch and again I'm going to use the extrude cut and I'm going to use through all mid plane and I'm going to use, yeah, and now we are done. And the pin is also made of Fe410W. We'll add the material to it. If you're using the same material again and again, you can add it to your favorites and you can just apply it easily. And now I'm going to make the taper pin, and the taper pin they are given, it has diameter on 4 into 30, that is the length is 30 and the diameter is 4 mm and the taper ratio is 1 is to 30. So we need to calculate it. After calculating we get that, and after calculating we get that the bigger diameter is 4 mm and the smaller diameter is 2 mm. So I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to make only the half, so bigger diameter is 4, so radius will be 2. This one also, the diameter is 2, so radius will be 1. And this length they are given it as 40. Okay, the length is 30, not 40. We'll exit the sketch and go to features and use the revolve option, and I'm going to choose this straight axis line, and I'm going to apply the material. For this one also it is the same material, FE410W. Just say this one has taper pin. Okay, and now after creating all the parts, we'll go to the assembly and create an assembly of all the parts what we have created for the universal coupling. And first I'm going to bring only one fork. Actually we need two forks, but first we'll make it as one fork. Right click and we'll enable it to float so that it moves. And now I'll go to the mate option to constrain it, and I'll make sure the front plane of this one and the front plane of the fork coincide, and similarly for the top plane and for the right plane as well. And now I'm going to insert the component. First I'm going to insert the shaft and the key, and I'll just make sure that I'll just find out the exact dimension, which one is 7 and which one is 8 mm. Okay, and it is properly there. So now we'll go to the assembly tab. Again I'll just go to the mate, and now we'll use the concentric. And we'll see that you can see that the shaft rotates, so I don't want the shaft to rotate, so I will just fix the shaft by right clicking on this, and I'll just enable it to fix so that it does not move now. And actually you can see that extra keyway is there, and that is because it should not go inside here. That's okay. If you want you can just leave it. And now we'll go and add the other components. First we'll add the center. I'm going to rotate here itself, and I'm going to place it here, and again I'm going to add one more fork. Now I'm going to use the rotate. Yeah. And I'll add the constraints by going to mate. First I'll make sure that the center, right plane and this top plane are coincident so that it does not rotate. And now I'll make sure that these two are concentric, and I will add the coincident constraint. And now I will add for this the other fork as well. and you can see that this is free to move, and this is because of what the purpose of the universal coupling itself, and it should be free to move. And now I will add, actually it should have only a specific angle. Now you can just leave it, or you can just add the one more constraint so that it is straight. So I'm going to clear this front plane, and I'm going to choose the four twos at top plane, and now you can see this proper. And now I'm going to insert component, and now I'm going to bring the shaft and the key first. Shaft is there, and I'm going, sorry, the key, and this is the shaft. First, I'm going to measure this key, so I'm going to ensure that whichever the face it is, that is properly there. So okay, this is 8 mm. So I'm going to assembly made. Make sure that these two are constant, yeah, and these two. Okay, and now I'll add the shaft, and I'm going to flip it and make sure that these two are again coincident, and this one as well. And similarly, for what I've done for the other shaft, this one also I'm going to make it as fixed so that it does not move. And now we are going to add the other components. First, I'm going to add this pin, taper pin, collar, and that's it. We are going to need each of these components too. Okay, and we are going to need a one more set of pin, collar, and taper pin. First we are going to assemble this, and later we are going to bring in the other components also. Actually the collar has gone inside, so I'm going to hide this fork too. So I'm going to use the mate option now itself. And I'm going to unhide it again. And again I'm going to fix this taper pin, because it should not move. And now again I'm going to add one more set of collar, taper pin and as well as the pin. So for that first I'm going to insert the components and bring back the components again. Pin, taper pin and the collar. And now I'm going to mate again to add the mates. And again it is hidden, so I'm going to hide now the fork one. Fork one is here. I'm going to hide the center as well. I'm going to add the mate now itself and later I'm going to unhide everything. And now I'll insert the taper pin. Okay, and I'm going to make this taper pin has fixed so that it does not move. And I'm going to unhide all the components which we have hidden. And now you can see the assembly is done. And thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel for more videos like this and comment below for any suggestions.